All right, good morning. Having security during a food shortage. I've had some comments, some folks that are very remindful that as we're prepping food and water and supplies, that you also need to have the means to protect all of your stuff. That if there was a crisis and all that stuff comes into play, you're thankful you have it. But there would be other people that also want it, and they would want to take it from you if they know that you had it or any type of a chance that you might have something. And so I've decided that this would be a good opportunity to discuss it briefly and talk a couple options of some security options, the things that you might want to consider when you're looking to protect what's yours and also protecting you and your family at the same time during some kind of a crisis or a stuff hits the fan scenario. So the first option I want to talk about is having some sort of an alarm system. And I'm not talking about going and spending, hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars on a fancy alarm system for your home that so your house can be monitored. Though if that's what you have or that's what you'd like to do and you can afford to do so, then that's great. That's another layer of defense for you in your home. One of the items I wanted to discuss was a little unit that you can get, and they can come in packs of 10 or different numbers, and you can directly install these right onto your window fairly simply. And you put them on your window, and you by battery operated. So even during a power outage or anything, you would have these little alarms that are installed on individually on windows. And if somebody were to breach your window and break the like a magnet or a connector that's on there, and they break that seal when your unit's turned on, that it would have a high pitched alarm that would go off. And that's just an inexpensive kind of a one time purchase, and that would allow you to be able to put a monitor on your doors and windows on the sake that somebody was breaching and trying to come in, and that would alert you that, hey, there's something going on and I need to investigate and find out what that is. Now, if you look down below in the description of my video, I did place a link through Amazon, and if you choose to buy somewhere else, but if you'd like the Amazon, like I like to shop there, you can go down there to my link, my description, click on that link, and it'll take you exactly to one of the products that has a high review. You can search and scroll, look at some of the different options. Which disclaimer, if you buy anything through my link, I do get a small percentage commission kickback on something, and anything you buy. Actually, it could be anything. Even if you decide to go through my link and do your Christmas shopping, it does help support my channel in a small way. So if you do that, I appreciate that. Thank you in advance for that. But an alarm system or some kind of an alert system would be beneficial. Some folks have animals, whether it's dogs, or someone that makes that loud barking sound, right? When they hear just about anything that's going on outside, they start barking. Our tendency is to, hey, be quiet. We don't want you barking. You're disruptive. But in a case where something is going on in the world, and man, heightened security, having a dog at home to be able to alert you that something's not right and that there's somebody approaching or somebody is entering, or that would be another form of an alarm system that would help inform you that something's going on. So when you have some of these layers that you can create around your home, you're just adding different layers and boundaries, locked doors, locked windows, different things that even just basic common sense that you want to remember to do. But you're adding some security to your home as you're doing this. Now, I know that this can be a topic that can be difficult sometimes when discussing people, even people I know in face to face, having some kind of a self protection item that you keep at home for maybe like a last resort, the final standoff type scenario that, first of all, I would never want. Okay. I don't look forward to ever needing to have a last resort scenario appear that I need to use an item to defend myself or my family. I would never wish for that scenario. And I would think most of you would not want that responsibility to have to make a choice to be in that of a heightened defense mode that we have, right? But you do need to at least think about that could one day be a possibility. And if you do reach that possibility, what are you going to do to protect yourself or your family? And we'll use examples of this year, right? Where some of the cities, the police were occupied. Okay. Normally that is our first response is, hey, there's a problem, there's an intruder, we're calling 911 and we're letting the professionals deal with it. We don't want that responsibility. We don't want to have to be held accountable for reactions or actions or things that might have to take place in a defensive situation. Let's call the professionals, let's let them handle it. That's their job and they do it well. However, in the sense where there's a crisis going on and they're preoccupied with all the events that are going around, and there's not enough of them to cover everything, right? We solve that, right? You understand that. If you don't, you need to start researching that. You need to go back and look and see that the police were not there to help every single citizen, every single business, and whether it's people getting rioted and looted, or there was people being assaulted and hospitalized, or in some sense murdered. And there are certain times then that makes you aware that there are chances that if there's huge ramifications, huge events going on, and during maybe a food crisis and people are acting crazy and they're acting weird, they didn't prepare, so they're coming after you or me or people that have prepared, and they're trying to now take what's rightfully yours, or they're trying to hurt you and yours. I have this shirt that you see that I've worn, right? It's a superhero shirt. My family have gotten me different superhero shirts, and it's pretty awesome when you have a family. They think that you're a superhero, right? They know that, well, I can count on dad, right? I can count on my husband, or if you're a mother, I can count on mom to be there, whatever my situation is. And what a great feeling that is to have that responsibility. But having that responsibility comes with responsibility. It comes with, I need to be able to step up to the plate. I need to raise my level of awareness, and I need to raise the bar on how I can protect my family and be that superhero they need. Again, not being arrogant to people, not brandishing things to people, not even letting people know what I have, but having the capability to defend myself and my family and the supplies that they're going to need to survive in a situation. I remember when I was coming out of high school, at that time, my biggest self-defense item that I had, coming through high school and stuff was a baseball bat, right? You kept that baseball bat by my bed, and man, if I ever heard a burglar come in and, I'm going to handle business and take care and protect the family. And, we have those visions and dreams of protection and taking care of our family. But now I'm older and you start realizing, getting to a scuffle of a one-on-one, the way that we bruise and bones break and things happen and bleed and hospitalizations. And, there's really no winner in a one-on-one fight, right? Or if you come across where there's multiple people breaking in or multiple people trying to loot, a baseball bat's only going to get you so far, okay? But that is a level, and if that's your comfort, that's your level of something like that, then you trying to do what's comfortable for you. Some people think, well, I've got a knife, or I've got a sword, or I've got some kind of another handheld weapon that I can use on a hand-to-hand combat scenario. And again, that's better than nothing, right? I mean, that's better than trying to just grab a frying pan, and even a frying pan can be used as a weapon. As a self-defense item of someone trying to harm you or harm somebody that you love or take what's yours. But at some point, you need to start thinking, how could I defend and have security for my family for something from more of a distance, more safety, or to handle multiple intruders coming in, or multiple people that are trying to come and harm or take what's ours. And you now have to start considering, and you know what I'm talking about, you know where I'm headed with this, but I'm being careful because a lot of people are at different levels of this. A lot of people have a different mindset of what they agree with or what they want to use in their life. And I'm not trying to push my views on anybody. I'm not trying to push any type of aggression or anything, but I am trying to get you to think, who are you to your family? Who are you? And I'm trying to get you to consider that in a last resort situation, what are you, or what do you have that to be prepared to defend your loved ones, the ones that you love so much. And you have to at least consider that. And if that's something that, wow, I see that now, or I never really thought of it that way before, and you're thinking, well, what do I do from here? Well, go get some training. You're going to get some professional training and some safety training, right? And if you need to get some special licensings or anything for your state, or anything that you need for you to have a peace of mind knowing that you're safe. They make safes and keys and locks and things that you can put your protection items and keep them out of children's harm's way. Okay. Now you do need to make it to where it's quick and accessible and easy to get to, because sometimes seconds matter in anything. Even if you call 911 and they're available and hey, they're on their way, they'll be there in 2 minutes. Sometimes an event, a crisis can happen within seconds, 30 seconds, it's over. And the police are there at this point just to report and document whatever happened at this crisis. So you need to be able to understand seconds matter in anything, and having your personal protection or whatever it is in play, so now you can access your items to defend yourself and your family. So along with this is obviously it's going to cost a little more money than just buying a baseball bat, buying some better items for your home to help better protect yourself. You will require some money, and you may have to budget for that. And you might have to also plan for money for training. You want to feel comfortable with whatever items you choose. You want to have the knowledge of first safety, but then the knowledge that yes, you can use it in a situation that you would be required to use the self-defense items. And that's your next goal. That's your step. If you haven't gotten anything other than a knife or a baseball bat or something simple, then if to take it to the next level, definitely talk to somebody. Like I said, go to a place where there's stores and places that are full of experts and people that know how to guide you and to better promote what you need to do next, and to help give you the peace of mind to know that you can have security during a food shortage or during any type of a scenario where it's the people that we typically become afraid of at this point, because people flip a switch and they're in a totally different mode at this point. And you just need to have your layers of security. You're sleeping in the middle of the night. If you had some of these alarms hooked up on the windows, they're going off and they're ear piercing, and it's a chance they may scare away the intruder. That's best case scenario. That's what we want. We don't want confrontation. We're not looking for a confrontation. We're trying to avoid confrontation as much as possible. So an alarm on a window, a barking dog, if you have that home security system, with the loud sounds, that's what you want. You have the motion detector lights outside, right? And it makes it look like someone's flipped the lights on, boom. And then now they're scattering. And you can get those solar powered too. So even during a power outage, you still have some solar powered lights that kick on for motion. And wow, you can even avoid a conflict. But if that conflict is pressing forward, you now have been alerted. Okay, I need to step into action, get where I've been trained, my tool that I've chosen to help protect my family, protect my home, and you start now investigating where is that alarm going off, and you'll be able to have the peace of mind of knowing that however far the situation needs to be escalated, you're prepared to be this to your family and to take care of your family. So I hope this video has kind of helped a little change the pace. Keep buying your rice and beans, but you have to be able to protect and take care of your rice and beans along with your family. So hope life is finding you well. Keep doing what you're doing. Hey, don't get frustrated. Don't get overwhelmed with any of this. But these are things that you at least have to consider. You have to at least think about these things. So y'all have a great one. Thank you so much for subscribing and for hitting the bell and hitting the like button on my videos. I appreciate you very, very much. Thank you so much.